hair looks a little weird. I washed my hair last night. I didn't flat iron it, blow dry. I didn't do anything to it. This is pretty much the hair you guys are gonna see for now. Today is a story that I have been wanting to tell you guys for a while. It's pretty legit and it's kind of shocking. So please remember to like this video. Wait, don't like it yet because it could be trash. Please subscribe and leave a comment down below to let me know what other storytime videos you guys want me to tell. Let's get on with the video. So this story takes it back when I was only 6 years old. I was a very young girl at the time and I was going to this local elementary school. Now, before I left the house that morning, I can tell you guys that I was feeling queasy, okay? And I don't mean queasy as in I puked that morning. I mean queasy as in I didn't exactly puke, but I felt like I was going to. So, Minnie, what are you doing? Anyways, I ended up telling my mom and my grandma because it was my mom and my grandma who lived with me. And I told them that I didn't feel good that morning and that I wanted to stay home, which usually I don't understand why, but there are teachers that will tell kids, oh, if you don't feel good, just wait till this afternoon.
You'll feel a whole lot better.
Well, this time, that was not the case. So, my mom ended up driving me to school that morning, and after that, I think I was in the gym because second graders had to sit in the gym for some reason. After that, we ended up going to class, and I had the worst second grade teacher that year. We're gonna call her Mrs. T because I'm spilling her tea right now.
Oh shit!
I was in Mrs. T's class, and we would sit in the front and Mrs. T's desk would be in the back, so she would watch all of us, which now that I think about it, that is creepy. And she would do her little work on her little computer, and every morning the teachers would put down worksheets before the kids got to class. We would see worksheets on our desks, and it was a times worksheet, so basically it was numbered 1 through 10, and it had the clocks. It would have one clock, and then on the bottom it would have like a line, and you would have to tell the time of what it says on the clock. It was such a retarded way to learn. I'm sorry, but that is stupid. And she wouldn't even teach us anything. She would just give us the worksheet, wait an hour for us to finish the worksheet, and she wouldn't even teach us about it. And then when she would ask us a question about the worksheet and we would say we don't know, she would get pissed at us, which is retarded because we're kids and we're in school. That's what we're in school here, to learn. But anyways, I was a kid that was a goody two-shoes. There were about 5 of us in that class. The rest of them were rebels. The rest of the kids either didn't give a shit about the class itself, or the rest of them were rebels and they had parents who worked at the school who would always be there for them. So they were pretty much the kids who were not messed with by Mrs. T. So I, on the other hand, would always be messed with by that bitch. The morning I felt queasy, I actually decided to get up from my chair and go ask her if I can go up to the office to call my mom. I needed my mommy.
Mrs. T, can you call my mommy because I don't feel good and my head is hurting.
I'm sorry, what, darling? I can't hear you.
I don't feel good and my head is hurting.
Oh, poor child. Did you finish your worksheet?
No, not yet. I can't do it because I can't concentrate. My head hurts and my stomach.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got that. Okay. Well, you look fine to me. Okay, just go to your seat and finish your worksheet, and I'll see if I can call your mama, okay?
Are you gonna call her right now?
Yes, darling, yes. I'll call your mama now. Just go to your seat. Go to your seat.
What the hell was that?
And then after that, I went and sat down like the goody two-shoes kid I was, and she never called my mom. I ended up falling asleep. I don't know how long I was asleep for, but I was asleep long enough to know that when I woke up, none of the kids were in the classroom, the teacher was gone, everyone was gone, and my goody two-shoes decided to go out to the door, go around the school looking for them, and the first place I went to was the gym. There was another class in there, so I just ended up leaving and I went straight to the office. When I got to the office, I asked the front office lady if the nurse could see me, and she was like, yeah, sure, let me get her for you. I ended up waiting out there for like 2 minutes the most, and then the nurse called me back. Then I told her that I wasn't feeling good. So when the nurse looked at me, she basically said that my face looked like I just had an allergic reaction. She told me she was gonna take my temperature. Let me tell you, when she took my temperature, her jaw dropped. And I was looking at her in a what's going on way, but I never asked her,
What's wrong?
I never asked her anything. And then she asked me, sweetheart, were you feeling good before you left the house this morning?
No, I didn't feel good at first. It wasn't that bad, but I didn't feel good, and then it started getting worse.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to call your mom because your temperature is very high, honey. Then I told her that Miss T told me she was gonna call my mom. She called Miss T over the intercom, and she told Miss T that I was in the nurse's office, and Miss T lied to her saying that I skipped class to go to the nurse's office and that I was disrespectful towards her and I left without permission. In what world would I do that? And it was such bullshit because the nurse knew who I was, and she knew that me, out of all the kids in my class, I would not do that type of shit. So she knew Miss T was lying.
Why you always lying?
And when I told her Miss T was gonna call my mom and she never did it, she was pissed. And pretty much the nurse took my side and she called my mom. And my mom was at work at the time, so she ended up leaving work. And coming to school. I left the school and my mom ended up taking me home. She did have to go back to work, so she took me home first, and then she went back to work. And that night, my mom ended up coming home because she worked from morning to night shift. She worked really long shifts. Because my grandma was with us at the time, I was a 6-year-old, so my grandma would take care of us. She would be the one taking care of me and my brother. So my mom came home, and she went straight to my room, and she sat down, and she asked me if I felt better, and I said yes. And she then asked me, do you want to know why I was so mad when I left the nurse's office today? And I was like,
Yeah, Mommy.
and she said, you know how you had a very high temperature, you had a fever. Miss T lied to the nurse saying that she was going to call me, and she never did. Are you guys ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. You guys. This made me purposely sit in class with a fever of 109. And if you guys don't think this is a big deal, a temperature of 109 could kill a child instantly, like that. When she told me this, I was a little shocked, but I wasn't as shocked as I am now because I'm a grown-up and I understand this. But that teacher hated me so damn much that she almost killed me.
Majesty!
He tried to kill me.
She let me sit there and run a fever from 100 to 109.
He tried to kill me.
A fever of 109 can result in brain cell damage for a child to go into a coma or even worse. That day, she could have definitely lost her teacher license. I personally think that she deserved jail time for that because she pretty much almost let me die in class. But yeah, that was my shocking story time for today. So if you guys want to see another story time, comment down below what other story times you guys want to hear. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My username will be linked down below. Thank you guys for watching and have a magical day.